just opened at the best time. I take credit for the name. It was my sweetheart, Don, who's actually watching the store now as we speak. We were driving home from an event one night, and he said, "Babe, I've got it, Neccessories." And I said, "Well, that's perfect. That's exactly what it is." Because I'd already determined that the store was going to have 4 distinct categories: home, office, beauty, and fashion. And that nothing would get into the store if it wasn't useful. It's not about tchotchkes. We all have enough of dust collectors when we don't need them anymore. And so I determined that everything had to be useful in one way or another, and it had to fall within those 4 categories and not be clothing or shoes. That's just too difficult. You know, I leave that to the experts. The expert that's coming after me, I leave that to them. Sizing is just too difficult for me to do. So Neccessories was born, and what we're going to talk about today are some accessories. You know, when Jean asked me to come, I had planned to devote most of my, 15 or 20 minutes to talking about accessorizing with scarves. And in the last 10 days or so, it's almost like there's a sign outside the door that nobody can see. You better get your scarves now because they're running out. I've probably sold 20 in the last, 8 or 10 days. So my inventory is very depleted, but we'll have some fun nonetheless. Yes, absolutely, I do. But if you're out and about, if your ears are warm, you're warm. You know, it does look old-fashioned, but I think it's rather chic. It looks lovely with black on black, doesn't it? It just changes the whole look of what she's done. And especially the royal purple, it looks very, doesn't it? It does nice things for her face. Colors like this really do bring out, the tones in your face. So let's say she gets a little bit warm. No, I don't want to wear it like that. She still has the color. She can just have it, down a little bit further.
But isn't this evening? I mean, I think about this. I can't walk around at the office with something like this on me because
you haven't.
Because I haven't, and it just feels like it's in the way.
Well, with something like this, because it feels like it's in the way.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I mean,
See, I'm just so used to it. I've dressed like this, probably for 15
well,
years.
And I wish I did more. But, I have that in my head that it's,
Does anybody remember Weekenders, Fashions for Women? Take the backing off and use it for a push pin if you really have a nice bulletin board. See, I like things for the office and for, for fashion and everything. If you have a nice bulletin board, maybe you have a wish board in your office, you can take these and you can just stick it on the bulletin board. So you've got a little crown to remind you that you're going to be the queen one day. And you are the queen now. No, they move around. I can't use it like this. Well, you can just stick your pin. Right up here, so you've got, and there are some really, really cool pins out there now. I'm not going to stick it through her thing. Will you turn so Jean can take a picture?